I definitely use the internet to express myself. I think that social media is definitely a big part in most college students' lives now. And I mean, internet used to be all about research and like people used to play games online, but now it's definitely more for communicating with other people.
Basically, the only program I use on the internet would be Facebook, or I guess AIM.
Currently, I'm using Facebook kind of for intertwining my personal life with my kind of a hobby that I have. I represent a band called Gentleman Hall, and I'm using my Facebook as well as their Facebook to try to reach out to a lot of people, let people know about events, just the networking that you can actually do with Facebook from a marketing standpoint. It's pretty extensive.
How I present myself on the internet. I didn't really give it a whole lot of thought until recently. I spent the fall semester in Los Angeles, and once I got out there and had an internship and was starting to meet people who would potentially impact my current internship as well as any future job I may have, I really started putting a lot of effort into thinking about how I portray myself on the internet.
The internet does give me an outlet to express different sides of myself, because on the one hand I had at one point 3 Facebook accounts, believe it or not. One is myself, that is just portrays me as a person, and it allows me to kind of network with friends that I haven't talked to or haven't seen, and I make sure that it's kind of kept so people know who I am, but it's not as like outrageous and crazy, so if a future employer looked me up, they wouldn't be deterred from hiring me.
There's some information on there that I'll hold proprietary just for my own personal reasons. I don't want people to be able to steal my identity. Or I'd say what you see is what you get.
Facebook is a good way to stay in touch with friends from high school, and now Twitter is getting really big, and that's a new way to kind of like look into the future and like establish a professional name for yourself.
Because I think there is a line that people cross a little too often. I don't really want to know that about them, so I don't share that information about myself. But I don't think that I have like a fake personality. I think it's a pretty accurate representation of myself.
I try to keep myself, again, represented pretty well. None of my social networking sites broadcast the fact that I am queer.
And I also have a Twitter account and a Facebook account for my DJing on WERS. That way I can keep fans and listeners up to date with what's going on at the station, and at the same time not give away my person, because we're not supposed to talk about who we are, like our names or anything. We have to have a different on-air name.
I think that Facebook can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, and I think that sometimes people put themselves out there too much. One time I met a guy and he seemed really nice and really normal, and then he added me on Facebook and he had a bunch of stuff on there, just like weird things. He came off really normal in person, but I decided not to pursue a relationship with this person based solely on their Facebook page.
I think to a certain extent people are themselves on, or at least a big part of themselves on their social media websites. But I think it's a much more controlled situation. It's often more of a perception of yourself than maybe how you actually are. It's more of how you want to be and how you want people to see you.